Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Oh, she's coming on again? She's coming on. Yes, because I feel like sometimes I have to explain things I probably don't need to explain. Is this just a bunch of garbage in the garage? It does appear that way, but it's really not. A lot of it's repair stuff, but a lot of it is recyclables. Why didn't you guys go out to Rule? Oh, we tried to get on Rule for, God, over a decade. Over a decade, the federal government would not allow us. We're shocked at how many people that are supposedly really aware and truthful, seekers, that they just got to go out on Rule and just go off grid a little bit, and not all the way. You can't say you're off grid if you're on a cell phone and stuff like that. But the thing is that, we tried like a mother, and we didn't care if nothing was running. And the government wasn't going to let us. So that's our story. So we chose this lot, even though it is established as residential. But that shouldn't be able to keep us from growing, certain things on our own. The psychopath over here, we knew that was going to be a problem. But so what are we doing right now? We're like, I feel like we're behind. The reason we didn't touch that pool, what do we do? Do we take the pool down? It's just a plastic pool. We're just going to be eating plastic fish. And that was kind of our thing too, is just take it down. What do we do? Is there a way to put it? Okay, so here's a silly little blueberry thing, but honestly, I've never seen it do that. The dog is acting nuts because of the radiation. Call it radiation, call it that. What is the other thing I think? Yes, I hoarded a Shun Guide. I ordered it from Ukraine or somewhere way back when, 7-8 years ago. I think that probably did put us on some sort of... I have powdered form. I have little chunks. I have little pads, and I don't know what I'm saving. Like a seed hoarder. It's like we don't get enough breaks. So we chose the half ghetto, half place because there was access to a well. But, gangsters have their ways, right? I guess we found that out here. The last place was Freemasons, Satanists, who protected pedophiles and did God knows what with the funeral. I caught a toddler ring being transported one night by some nearby apartments in the neighborhood. So this is what I see with him when something's going on astrologically. People will say, oh, solar flares and all that. It's nothing. It's a joke. Really, because I have been growing foods even since the trailer and before. So we had a trailer, Brentwood. Prior to that, we had other places we lived. And now I find that things just get fried up. So a little bit of shade, not a lot of shade, actually does do a lot. And it's probably time to bust out the powdered shungite and figure how to mold it with something organic. Mold them and start to do stuff. So this was completely... I thought for sure everything dry rotted yesterday. Potatoes, yellow potatoes. But then by today, most of it looked like a parchment situation. So I think this is amaranth. But the fact is, the dogs are going to have to be mostly outlawed from in here if I'm going to get any productivity done at all, because these two are not about productivity. They're about distractions and protection, and that's what they do when they piss on everything. I love them. You're going to say, oh, she doesn't love them. No, I do love them. I do love them. But I think this is amaranth, so I'm going to double check it. So, and I don't remember putting the seeds over there, but I didn't, so someone else helped. Maybe. We'll see. Amaranth can be used as I don't think they call it a grain. Do they call it a grain? I can make it into flour. This is the compost I started making. I didn't mix it up. It's actually really good. Yeah, so we just left this because it's just like a big plastic pool of plastic. That's how I saw it. I mean, maybe there's like a way around it, or just take it down, or all else fails, right? Just some kind of extensive organic filtration system, because God knows we have about 4 or 5 feet of water, 20 feet long and across. I don't know what that would be. Maybe that's 20 by... What else? I was supposed to share something else. So I was going to put some like mammoth sunflowers on the side of the house just for now. We had such a disruption with stuff again. And I got to clear this out, and I'm just going to try to make this the tomato area. But there's like a lot of shade right now. So this mostly gets shade in the morning, or excuse me, sun in the morning. So early morning to midday, and then it shades out. And then this is already, not already, I didn't, is it pee-pee butts. And so regardless of the harp and this and that and the other, the thing is there's a lot of heat. They're killing us. They're radiating us to death. And you can maneuver to some degree, but we have remote areas in this county. If you drive into the next county, it's called Lenawee County to the west. There's barely any houses. And they have towers. They have towers planted in fields. And we would drive that way. We'd go to another county to get stuff. And because of the stalking problems with the pedophiles and things. And the mafia and cartels and crooked government here in Monroe, Michigan. You just see these towers. And I was like, there's no houses. There's no neighborhoods. So what do you think those towers will do to the farm crops and stuff? See? People don't want to think about that. They don't want to think about that. There's too many right here. So I tried to call them in. We weren't here a full year, about 6 months. And I was like, is these 2 or 3 activated? Because you're causing mental problems, physical problems. People are not acting right. It's causing more heat, radiation in the atmosphere. You pretty much get hung up on, and they tell you to call this other number, and then to call this other number. And they do the funny phone circle.